What's up, everybody? It's Make It Make Sense, or Mims as I'm known. So, y'all, I know we started off with the Tasha K and Cardi B the other day, but you guys, I got like the actual transcripts from court, and it's messier than we thought. I like my mouth is open. I told you guys I'm a fan of both of these ladies. I'm very proud that Tasha K finally got to her 1,000,000 subs. It's hard. I think Cardi B's story is great. We just heard that she's paying for the victims of, I think there was a fire in the Bronx. She's going to be paying for the victims' funerals. This is some crazy shit that we're about to go through. And so on this channel, although we like it messy, I don't like to really go in depth on all of the craziness, but that involves other YouTubers. But I'm going to read to you the facts. That's what separates this channel. I'm going to give you guys the facts of the case, like unbiased. And you guys can always give your opinion halfway through. I'm going to open up the phone lines. If you want to, I keep saying phone lines. I'm going to open up the link. I'll drop the link and you guys can call in. But this is some crazy shit. Also, I do my research and you guys also research and, DM me and stuff. So I found the original video where Cardi B is starting to get angry and decides she wants to sue Tasha K. So I'm going to play that in a minute. Y'all, it's crazy. Let's start here. Hope y'all are doing okay. Today has been rough. Like, you guys know I have a crazy job. I don't really drink during the week, but it's crazy. I've decided I'm going to start opening up a little bit more to you guys and let you know what's going on in my real life. So I'm definitely going to do that a little bit later. So, bottoms up, and let's start with Cardi B in her own words.
Oh yeah, and my boy Schemo just fucking wrote on my shit right now. Let me tell you something about my boy Schemo. Alright, so there's this blogger lady that fucking hates the shit out of me. And I'm gonna sue her ass because I'm tired of her making up fake stories, harassing all of my friends. Like, this lady constantly stalk me. Everybody that she see that I'm close to, or like comment back on the pictures, like she literally stalks them, and then she goes and claims that people are giving her information about me, says some disgusting things about me and my homeboy Schemo. Let me tell you something about Schemo. Schemo is the nigga that turned me hat when I was 16 years old, and I've been friends with the nigga for a long time. That nigga see me going in and out of relationship with niggas, and I see him going in and out of relationship with females. Up about me and my friends, you dumbass bitch. I'm gonna sue you for defamation of character, because it's like, you know what? I let the bitch play.
She is gonna sue you for defamation of character. She's not done. She was fired up. Now, this was 3 years ago, guys, when this all started. We're going to get into that.
As bitch, I'm going to sue you for defamation of character. Because it's like, you know what? I let the bitch play and talk shit about me. But when you talk shit about my daughter, that's when I have a fucking issue with you. And there's the type of shit, like, it's like you be letting these YouTube bloggers talk mad shit and you let it. But when they get out of line, it's like, you know what? I'm just going to take legal action because I'm sick of people. Like, I'm really sick of people. Like, the fuck? Anybody that she think I'm close with, she got a fucking story to tell. Like, how you think that I'm close with some girl and then you're gonna go ahead and make up stories about her, talking about she's a crackhead and everything? This woman got 3 kids that are active on social media. Like, people just want to make up stories about people.
She wasn't done.
Shit about people, because, just using my name, you get automatic clickbait and shit. And it's like, when they don't have a story to say about me, they would just make a story up, or they will make a story up about my friends, and I'm sick of it. Like, I'm just sick of it. Like, it's like, I know, I get it that I'm famous and people gonna harass me, but when you harass my friends and talk shit about my friends, and when you put my daughter in your fucking mouth, that's when I have a fucking problem. Cause I will bury a fucking block for my child. Bitch, I'll go to jail for fucking life for my kid. So don't even ever try it. And I'm going to sue that blogger because I'm sick of it.
You guys, I did not realize how much of this woman's life was invested. You know, you always think, well, she's so big, she has so much money, why does she care? But I think that we devalue celebrities a lot of times. We think that the money means that they don't care. And at first, I was even guilty of saying I didn't believe some of the stuff that I was hearing about, you know, her wanting to harm herself. But the more I read on, I really do feel like Tasha K, you in danger, girl. Because these people. So let's start back in 2021. It says a judge told attorneys defending a gossip blogger against defamation claims brought by rapper Cardi B that they should be embarrassed by their wholly unprofessional conduct and should encourage their client to settle. Now, this is the judge talking directly to Tasha K's lawyers. Judges typically don't do this. You know, they're impartial, but I'm thinking that the judge was giving them a heads up that you probably don't have a good defense. So again, we do our research. This is the judge. His name is Judge William Ray II. He is a Georgia judge, and even by that face, looks like he don't take too much shit. It says U.S. District Judge William Ray II on Thursday stopped short of sanctioning attorneys Sadir Sabak and Olga of Atlanta criminal defense firm Sabak Ismailova PC for failing to timely file a response to the singer's motion for summary judgment on claims she was defamed by Georgia blogger Tasha K. So these are Tasha K's attorneys. This is Olga and this is Sadir. They look like they got it together, but Kibi has countersued Cardi B, whose real name is Balkalama. I swear to guys, it's super hard. All these names. We're going to just say Cardi B. Claiming Cardi B threatened her after she posted several videos allegedly defaming the rapper and actress. Judge Ray said Sabak and Ismailova, who are representing Kibi in her business, Kibi Studios, asked for an extension to respond to Cardi B's motion, which he denied. He said that made it even more aggravating that the attorneys then filed a response several days late without any explanation, for which he was profoundly disappointed. Judges don't typically condemn attorneys like this. I'm not going to punish the parties for what I believe to be representation below the level of any competent lawyer. He's calling Tasha K's lawyers incompetent. And I bet you Tasha K is paying a pretty penny for these because we all know her money runs long too. I think the defendant's counsel should be embarrassed about it. And I think it's fair that their client knows. So he's saying in open court that he does not feel like Tasha K has competent lawyers. That's not a good sign, guys. Judge Ray said it wasn't the first time Sabak and Olga had done something like that in the case, and he wouldn't tolerate any more unjustified failures on their part. He said while it was debatable whether the filing delay prejudiced Cardi B, he would review the rules of the State Bar of Georgia to determine whether the defense attorney should be reported for professional misconduct. I can't fathom in what world anyone would think it's appropriate because it's not, Judge said. I recognize people can make mistakes, but this isn't a mistake. We're not doing it. So again, he's referencing the fact that they are not filing their motions in a timely manner. I don't know why Tasha K, it sounds like the judge was giving her a heads up and she kept the same attorneys. If a judge is telling you your attorney is incompetent, you should probably listen to that. Judge Ray set September 13th trial date in the case, while taking under consideration Cardi B's motion for partial summary judgment on her claims that Kibi defamed her and intentionally caused her emotional distress. The rapper also sought judgment against Kibi's counterclaims of civil assault and intentional infliction of emotional distress. Judge Ray said having a ruling on the motion in May, but regardless slated the case for the trial. He took issue during the hearing with aspects of Kibi's defense against the defamation claims. He said the notion that Kibi published videos about Cardi B because the singer was trying to set her up for a defamation claim sounds ridiculous. So he's basically saying he does not feel that her counter case has merit. So somebody sues you and you just think that you're going to sue them back, and the judge is like saying, no ma'am, we're not really going to go through all this. If there's a trial in this case, I hope Kibi has a better story than that, because that makes no sense. There needs to be a serious evaluation of your case. If you just look at the evidence, there's much greater probability that if this case goes to trial, the plaintiff is going to prevail. Tasha, you're going to lose, girl. The judge is even telling you this. There certainly is more money on the line for the defendant than I think for the plaintiff. Basically, Cardi B has more money and more resources. Tasha, if you lose, you know you're going to lose an arm and a leg. An attorney for Cardi B said the singer was repeatedly described by Kibi in various online videos as being gang-affiliated, drug-taking prostitute with herpes and human papillomavirus that cheated on her husband and committed a debasing sexual act with a beer bottle. She said Kibi nicknamed the singer Herpes B. Now, we kind of went over that in the last video. We knew that she was saying that Cardi had stuck a beer bottle up her cooch. Matt said that Kibi knew when she first published the videos in 2018 that the allegations were false, but it did drive traffic to her YouTube blog to make money. She said Cardi B did at one time work as a stripper, but the singer has never been a prostitute, nor taken the booger sugar or Molly as alleged, nor cheated on her husband, nor had a venereal disease. Ms. Kibi has continued with malicious intent, publishing false and frankly disgusting statements about my client because she hates her. She testified that she was never going to stop doing this. There couldn't be a clear case of bad faith conduct. Matt said a video of Cardi B dressed in a Halloween costume and joking about being a prostitute was clearly intended in jest. She said, now, Cardi girl, why are you putting it out there? Like, is that a joke? So you joked about being a prostitute? Okay. She said that the beer bottle video was an unknown woman that Kibi had found on a porn website and claimed to be the singer, and that Kibi never submitted the video to the court as evidence to refute the defamation claim. So you're saying that this woman who put the bottle up her cooch was Cardi, but you're not even submitting it into evidence. That probably means that your case is weak for that particular claim. They haven't even come close to providing any admissible evidence. So they're not submitting anything as evidence. Apparently, Cardi B's people are submitting all the evidence. Kibi claimed that she received threats from Cardi B and the singer's fan after posting the video, forcing her to change her address and suffer from stress at a time when she had a high-risk pregnancy. But Matt said Kibi repeated online that she didn't care what Cardi B said. She wasn't afraid of her and even talked about having a boxing match with the singer. After all this happened, if somebody was actually afraid of someone coming after them, they wouldn't continue to do those things to provoke them. So basically, this first part is the attorneys are incompetent based on what the judge says. I don't know if you guys have ever heard a judge say that about attorneys to their face during I think this was during the initial judgment. But this is messy, y'all. So y'all knew I had to cover it. Let's see. Oh, so I'm going to go ahead and drop the link. Because again, this isn't going to be a super long video. We're going to talk about some of the lying about Cardi B is my business. Tasha K literally said that. And then we're going to go into some of what Cardi said on the stand. So let me first drop the link. Have you guys come up a little bit later? Oh, thank you, Gabor. Yes, all these things are alleged. Even though I'm reading this and they're the facts of the case, they are alleged. Don't sue me, Cardi. Don't sue me, Tasha, because I don't have no money. Also, hit the like button. I always forget this, guys. Please hit the like button. It definitely helps me in the algorithm. It helps my channel grow. I am not presently monetized. I'm going to be scrolling my Cash App. You are more than welcome to Cash App me, but it is not required. It's just appreciated. Now we're going into some of what Tasha said on the stand, and this is what really got my attention, way more than what the attorneys were going through. Again, please don't sue me. Thanks for the reminder, good boy. Latasha K spent the day on the witness stand in Atlanta federal court, admitting that she dragged and targeted Cardi B, whose real name we're just going to say is Cardi B, to drive public engagement with her online content. K and her company, K Studios, faced claims of defamation, invasion of privacy through the portrayal in a false light, and intentional infliction of emotional distress in relation to almost 40 profanity-filled online videos and various other social media posts that targeted Cardi B. The jurors watched YouTube blogs and other videos of Tasha K saying she knew some of her public statements about Cardi B were false, including the rapper cheated on her husband and had a sexually transmitted infection. She said those lies continue to boost her income from advertising revenue because she refuses to delete the online content. Tasha K admitted that these were lies. This is why I think her channel is in danger. She makes YouTube a lot of money, but if you admittedly are putting out falsehoods and stating that they're facts, I don't know how YouTube will continue to allow you to do that. She said, I need another drink. The jurors watched. Okay, wait. I'll repeat this because this is important. The 10 jurors watched YouTube blogs and other videos of Tasha K saying she knew some of her public statements about Cardi B were false, including that the rapper cheated on her husband and had a sexually transmitted infection. She said those lies continue to boost her income from advertising revenue because she refuses to delete the online content. This seems like an admission of guilt. Tasha K's words, "I knew that shit was fake." Tasha K said in one video played to the jurors, "I wanted the money. This is a business. This is called ratings." During cross-examination by Cardi B's counsel, K says she earns more money from advertisers when her videos and social media posts are viewed, liked, commented on, and shared by other internet users. She said it was Cardi B's fault that one of her videos about the rapper had been watched almost 5 million times because the rapper had responded to it, which drove more people to view it. Now, okay, I agree. If Cardi B had not actually seen that video and talked about it, less people would have viewed it. But my bigger issue is that you put out a lie about somebody. Even if Cardi B drove the content, you're faulting her for talking about her. I can't make it make sense. That's why this is getting frustrating. This is almost as frustrating as Portia's book. I can't understand this. You're trying to blame Cardi B for talking about a video where she had to respond. She felt like this was a direct attack on her, her family, her cooch. But okay, Tasha goes on to say she gave it life. The blogger said she planned the September 28th publication of an interview with the woman who claimed to have lived and worked with Cardi B in New York, knowing that the woman's allegations that Cardi B was a booger sugar user and a herpes-infested prostitute were false. K then subsequently encouraged another woman with contrary information to debunk that bitch. That's a quote. I didn't say it. That's a quote. The blogger said she planned the September 20. Oh, sorry. Traffic on K main YouTube channel reportedly increased 340% in the fall of 2018, largely because of her content about Cardi B. Case records show the YouTuber has about 1 million blog subscribers. So on a side note, anytime you're suing somebody, you just need proof that you hurt them. That's how they can sue you. That's how you're liable. Your channel increased by 340%. So what if Cardi decides to go after all of that money? I can't. Tasha K said from the stand that the content about Cardi B is still online, so her ratings and associated income can continue to increase. The only way she will ever remove the videos and post about Cardi B is if she is ordered to do so by the court. I have an agency that's watching me. They want to see good numbers every month, Kibi said in one of her blog videos played in the courtroom. All of this is publicity. This is fun for me. So you got to think, guys, she is saying all this in front of a jury. This jury of people is looking at her like, let me show you. This is what I feel like the jury is looking at her like. Oh, no, it won't pop up. Oh, there we go. Sorry. Okay. I might even leave this up. No, I won't. Tasha K said she referred to Cardi B as a herpes B and Colsar B, even after receiving 3 cease and desist letters being sued in March of 2019. So basically, if you want to build a case against somebody, you send them a cease and desist. This lets them know that you're serious, you don't like what they're saying, you don't like what they're putting out there, and you're kind of putting them on alert. She sent her 3 cease and desist. So that looks really good because it's not like Cardi automatically took her to court. Cardi is taking her to court after she continuously basically shit on her cease and desist. Social media posts and online videos taunting the rapper have been published by Tasha K throughout the course of the litigation. So even though she knew Cardi was suing her, she continued to post videos about Cardi. Several days after being sued by Cardi B, Kibi said in a social media post, "Let's suit up and let the white folks decide. All videos are live and will stay that way until a judge orders them down." They're hearing this in court. The content creator admitted Wednesday that she used offensive terms to get a reaction, knowing Cardi B was irritated and upset by them. She said in public videos that she would pull the content down if the rapper paid for her residual income she would receive if the videos remained online. That sounds like extortion to me. I will take down this offensive content if you pay me to do so. If not, they stay up. Does that sound like extortion to y'all? It sounds like extortion to me. She said, "It's a business," Tasha K said in one video. "You want shit down on my platform, you got to pay for that." But in other published videos, Kibi said she would continue to post offensive content about Cardi B even if the rapper paid her not to. She said she didn't care about the performer's feelings or her civil claims. It's like you are like giving the court a big F you. Because remember, the jurors are hearing all of this. This is all submitted. This is all submitted into evidence. "I don't give a fuck if they put a gag order on me," Tasha K said in the video. "It's gossip, bitch." You know she likes to yell. I tried to say it like her. Cardi B sat quietly through Kibi's testimony, but appeared to become upset during a part of an 18-minute video that was played in court where the blogger talked about the rapper's young daughter. Cardi B partially raised a hand as though listening to the video was too much and was patted on the arm by one of her lawyers. Now that I believe, because we all know Cardi B has a temper. She has to sit up there and listen to this woman talk about her daughter over again. Kibi said that she didn't seek to corroborate rumors about the rapper before publishing them, and that even if she had evidence to the contrary, she would still publish the lies to drive ratings. But in videos to her viewers, Kibi said that "my word is fact," and that 98% of what she posts is accurate. So she just said that she knew the shit was fake, but now she's telling people that it's 98% accurate. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm a fan of Tasha K, and I do be knowing that some of her shit is true. So let me just put that out there. Again, I'm a fan of both ladies. I'm just giving you the facts of the case. The blogger said she also referred to Cardi B negatively in videos and posts that were about the rapper just to increase online traffic. "Bitch, you are my content. You are my motherfucking content," Tasha K said about Cardi B in a published video. "I take pride in this shit." Tasha K said in her Instagram account had been deleted 3 times because of the offensive nature of her post, which violated the social media's application's rules. "I had to delete the post," Kibi said in a tweet. They are being taken down by Instagram for bullying. She told her blog viewers that Cardi B had performed a debasing act with a beer bottle, alluding to a video pornography website, without referring to whether the rapper was the woman in the video who had made it or whether it had been doctored. Kibi told the jurors she thinks that it's funny to say that people have sexually transmitted infection, even, how do I say this? I'll just say it. I'm not monetized. Tasha K told the jurors she thinks it's funny to say that people have sexually transmitted infection, even AIDS, particularly if they are reckless in becoming affected. I can't stand with that. I can't stand by that statement. And I'm going to read it again. Tasha K told jurors she thinks it's funny to say that people have sexually transmitted infection, even AIDS, particularly if they are reckless in becoming infected. At one point, Kibi got into hot water while answering questions from Cardi B's counsel. U.S. District Judge William Ray admonished her for avoiding yes and no answers and instead saying things she wanted to. So she's on trial. They're asking her direct question, and she is choosing not to answer the questions. Even the judge is telling her, I see what you're doing. Judge Ray also warned one of Kibi's attorneys about motioning to her while she was on the stand, after the judge received a report that the lawyer might be indicating how the defendant should answer. You cannot steer your clients on answering a question while they are on the stand and under oath. Like, these are basic principles. I don't even have a law degree, but I watch enough court TV shows to know that you can't do that shit. Okay. I've seen you at times shaking your head yes and no, Judge Ray told Sadir Sabak. To the extent that this is unintentional, I need you to be more aware. So again, this judge is telling this lawyer he sees you are steering your client from the stand. You can't do that shit. In addition, to recap, Tasha K is telling all of the goddamn jurors all of her lies. Y'all, this might be too messy for me. I'm gonna go ahead and drop the link again really quick before I get to my next one. If any of you guys, you're welcome to comment. What we can't do is comment on any of the other crazy shit that's going on with Tasha K. We're just gonna be talking about the court case specifically, because we come with the facts on this channel. I got one of my YouTube buddies in the back. Are you ready? You guys, she has a channel. You guys put her link. She's telling me not to. I don't care. Put her link in the chat. It's Shannon Van. What's up?
Well, that's what I was doing, guys. Hey, okay. Haven't been following the story. But usually you'll stop and you'll point out things that are a little questionable and you'll help us make sense of it. Mm-hmm. There's the part that, if I understood what you were saying correctly, Cardi says she's never done blow or Molly. I'm just saying she lives a nightlife, right? She was a dancer and now she's a performer. I mean, good for you. Mm-hmm. And I'm making a face that you don't want to look at. Did anybody else hear that? Because I swear I heard that.
Well,
along with the HPV, it was around the same, like, you know, claiming she had blah, blah, blah. Sorry.
She said Cardi B did at one time work as a stripper, but that the singer has never been a prostitute nor taken booger sugar or Molly as alleged, nor cheated on her husband, nor had a venereal disease. So yeah, she is claiming that she has not taken those drugs. What's up, Amused?
Hi, Mims. Hi, Sean.
Hi.
Can you believe this shit?
Well, I guess so. It's hilarious, though. The jury must be having a laugh. At least it's a different entertaining. But Mims, you need to reevaluate the people that you like.
I mean, look. So I've been watching Tasha K. I thought that she did a really good job when she was discussing the R. Kelly stuff. I thought that it was important because at that time, hey, Ms. Bernice, nobody was really going in depth about R. Kelly. So it was important to get those girls' stories out. And that's when I became a fan of Tasha K. I didn't know about her before. I kind of fell off after, but I will acknowledge what she did was important as it related to R. Kelly.
I can't wait, Miss Bernice.
Hey, Miss Bernice, what's up?
Okay, let me get this right.
Uh-huh.
This chick started believing her hype so bad that she thought she was untouchable.
That kind of sounds like it.
She thought she was untouchable. For the simple fact that you and your husband didn't huddle up, baby, I got your back. Boo, I got your back. No matter what. And when the judge asked him, he said, well, your wife said you're the CEO of the company. He said, no, I'm not. I don't know nothing about that.
No, we're going to get into Tasha K's next. We're going to get into, no, I'm sorry, you're right. We just did Tasha K's.
Yeah.
I'm going to have some more facts. I went ahead and I subscribed to this website.
Did you pay for it?
Don't worry about all that. Because what's important, like, because we all know there's a few people. The lead attorney is now going to the actual court. We got Choke No Joke, and I think they said Dennis. Now, I'm not sure if they're talking about Dennis McKinney.
No, they're not talking about Dennis McKinney.
It should have been Dennis McKinney, because wasn't Tasha K the one that did the interview about the animals?
The animal one, yeah.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did. And she's been going downhill ever since.
What's up, Corey?
Hey, Mims. Hey, everybody. Hey, Amelia.
Hey.
Hi, Corey.
Hey guys.
What's your thoughts
Brendan
so
says
far?
hi,
Hi,
y'all.
Brendan.
Hey, Brendan.
Hey.
Shan, darling,
Uh-oh.
just because she's a stripper and she's a performer and around nightlife does not mean she had booger, sugar, or Molly.
I know. Yes, you are right.
I think she was saying specific to Cardi B. She believes she had.
Yeah, I know. No, I'm saying that's what I mean. It doesn't mean Cardi did it. Just because she's around it.
Correct.
Right.
Okay.
Corey,
I
is there
agree.
something you want to share with us?
No, I didn't
Say
do
that
anything.
again?
No,
Huh?
no, I haven't done anything. I've never been a stripper either. But I just can't say that it's incredulous that someone who's been in that type of environment did it, but she didn't do it because she said she didn't do it, and I don't believe her. You know what I mean?
Right.
I just think it would have been like, why not just omit it? Why did you have to even argue those points at all? Like you had a strong enough case with, the cheating on your husband. Like, it was just, I don't know, it was an extra line that I didn't think was needed. No pun intended.
Well, if she didn't do it, why should she cop to it? Why should she let her say it if she's not doing these things?
Because I think it's one of those
anybody
things that's hard to
can
unprove.
Yeah,
That you can
has
prove, though.
HPV.
But that you
Huh?
can prove. You can't prove whether or not you did it, like drugs, but you can prove if you do or do not have HPV.
True, but if I'm not doing the drugs, why should I allow you to say this about me?
Exactly.
Because
It's on principle. It's
Why
on
am I
Right.
having a Married to Medicine flashback when Quad said she did cocaine? I ain't never did cocaine.
That's right. That's right.
Why am I having a Married to Medicine flashback?
Because let me tell you this. My family was in the life before I was born. My stepfather was in the life. He was a kingpin. Let me tell you this. What's not going to happen is you're not going to say, me, Corey Berman, has done this. And I have this history along with the law, with my family. And I'm not going to allow you to say that about me.
Oh,
And
I
as
didn't
far
think
as
of it like that.
Cardi's background with her gang and everything, she's not going to let nobody say that about her if that's not true.
No, it's not.
Okay.
It's guilt by association. You're not gonna put that on me.
In all fairness, I definitely understand what you're saying, Corey. because you should not just blanket it to all strippers. But we just read where some of the stuff that Tasha K said came out of Cardi's mouth because she jokes and plays like that. She jokes and played about being a prostitute, right? But now you're mad that people are saying you were a prostitute.
Well,
that was in the court filings.
Yeah, well, Tasha K jokes and plays about a lot of stuff. It don't make it hurtful either.
We're talking about the merits of the case. So
yeah, I know. But I'm
in this situation, you can like the thing about Cardi is I met Cardi when she was a stripper, before she got her teeth done. And I loved her because she was telling other girls what not to do. She was acknowledging that she was a city girl. She was acknowledging the partying, and everything that went along with partying. And she was telling the girls, don't do what I did. And at that time, I think I was following her and she had like 1 million on Instagram. She parlayed that into her spot on Love and Hip Hop. And the rest is history. Like her rise to fame is meteoric, but she does talk about these. She did talk about these things. I was a fan of hers 4 or 5 years ago when she was just a stripper with 2 Chun-Li bundles on the top of her head. So I mean, in all fairness, she does talk about it. Now,
Tasha K talks about a lot of stuff too, but it doesn't make it true.
But Tasha K took it to the extreme.
She did.
Yes.
She took it to the extreme.
Or you can't blanket it to everybody. But I'm also saying in the case of Cardi B, some of these things she has acknowledged online and it's been admissible in court. Now, that doesn't mean that Tasha has a strong case. It just means that some of the stuff that Cardi has said.
Did she say that about herself online though? Did Cardi say that about herself?
About the partying and stuff?
No, about the Booger Sugar and the Molly.
No, I mean, I would have to literally do another deep dive and go through all of my own Instagram. But I do remember Cardi talking about partying and what she did with men way before Love and Hip Hop.
Okay, you can party and not partake.
I use the word party by choice, but I
know what you mean. I know what you mean.
I have heard her discuss this, but it was more like a cautionary tale to say, don't do what I have done. You know what I mean? Like, this is what you don't want to do, young girls. That's what I fell in love with Cardi.
I'm team Belle Callis. Always. Who? Belle Callis, that's her name.
That's her real name.
Her name, did you hear me butchering it earlier?
I heard you and I wanted to jump through the screen. I was like, boy, you better take some Spanish lessons.
Ooh.
I got through Spanish because I knew my Spanish teacher. That was the only reason I passed.
How did you know your Spanish teacher?
How well?
I went to a small school and the teacher worked as a Spanish teacher to help pay for his son to go to school there.
Oh.
So, yeah, that's how I knew him. But
sounds like there's more to the story. There should be.
Anyway,
Tasha K.
We just did the Tasha K on you.
Oh, right. Right. I'm suing all y'all. What's your name?
You got more than us with that Baccarat glass you drinking out of, bro.
Do you think Tasha K is still a winner at the end of, even if she lost this case, the amount of money and publicity that she's got from this? Because there's some people say all publicity is good publicity, right?
That's what she was saying. She didn't just allude to it, Amuse. She's directly said it, that she did this for publicity. She made a lot of money in those videos. I did a little research. The video where she specifically talked about Cardi B having like a venereal disease, she got 4.5 million views. Like, that's an insane amount. If you think about it, the way YouTube works, it's not only the amount, because some people can get 20 million views, but that's on a 10-second video. She got 4.5 million views on a video that's well over an hour. That's a lot of money.
Yeah. She's going to lose a lot of money too.
Cardi's
gonna take her to the laundromat and wash her dry.
Exactly, because Cardi got deeper pockets than Tasha K. Come on now.
The judge said it, guys. On the first sheet that I read, the judge actually said it. You stand to lose a lot more than she does.
Right.
And she's making it hard for creators of color too, especially Black creators. Y'all already got the bad algorithm thing. We already know that the algorithm is racist. So what's going to happen is it's just going to get worse and worse and worse.
So I'm about to get into Cardi B's side, and let me give you guys a little bit of a disclaimer, a little warning.
Mm-hmm.
Cardi B does talk about self-harm, and she actually submits the stuff from her like shrink, because a lot of people were saying, you know, did she have a shrink and stuff like that. She did have a shrink. And again, I want people to realize that she is still at the end of the day a human, and we do know that this kind of stuff can affect her. We see her respond. We don't want her to respond, but at this point I'm thinking, go ahead. If you're human, show your emotion, because this is crazy. So it says Cardi B told jurors in her defamation case against the YouTuber on Thursday that she was thinking about self-harm. I can't say the actual S word, you guys, but you get the point. Over the blogger's content after taking the witness stand following the removal of one juror for permanently discussing the case. So now there are 9 jurors because one of the jurors discussed the case before the case was over. You know, that's a no-no. The rapper, whose real name is Cardi B, testified in Atlanta federal court that she became suicidal in late. Oh, dang it! She became, you know, the S word in late 2018 after lies about her being a drug-taking prostitute with herpes were published online. Cardi B, who sued Kibi and her company Kibi Studios in March 2019, choked back tears as she explained how her mother and husband became so concerned about her depression that they arranged for her to see a therapist. The performer said Tasha K's online bullying started shortly after she had given birth to her first child, a daughter who is now 3 years old. I had thoughts of self-harm every single day. So she's a new mom. And you're reading all this, and we
Postpartum.
know she's beefing with Nicki. She doesn't know where her career is going to go. And I do think that at that point, her husband was cheating, right?
Trifecta.
So, I mean, it's a lot. My heart really goes out to this woman. I had S-word thoughts every single day to the point that I felt like I was being a burden to my family. My mother and husband noticed I wasn't happy. Every time I woke up, I had anxiety. The rapper said she felt dead inside and slept as much as she could to avoid the pain. Excuse me. She added that Tasha K also started making false public statements about her family, including that her father had R-word a teenager.
What?
Again, making public statements about her family, including that her father had R-word a teenager. I felt really helpless and hopeless. It was just a constant harassment. Cardi B said she lost a lot of weight and suffered from headaches and migraines as a result of ongoing allegations about her published by Tasha K on Tasha K's YouTube channel and various social media platforms. She said she spent at least $10,000 on her therapy sessions, and half of that amount in one weekend when she flew her therapist to New York because she was having a mental freaking crisis. Her word. I couldn't stop crying. I couldn't stop shaking. I couldn't even think. And my family was getting very concerned. It did help. I still get anxiety because I feel like the harassment is going to continue, but I'm not in that super dark place that I was. A devout Catholic, the 29-year-old rapper said she felt as though the devil had taken her mind at a time when she had been grateful for the blessing of a child. I couldn't even think straight. I felt like I didn't deserve my kid because I felt so sad and depressed. Like, this is a new mom, guys. She just gave birth. Only an evil person could do that shit. Sorry for my language, she said. I've had rough times. I've been homeless. I've been beat up by men that I've been with. I grew up very poor, but I never felt before Tasha K's videos that I wanted to die. Cardi B took the stand before lunch on Thursday, following a delayed start to the proceedings due to concern over jurors' premature COVID. So blah, blah, blah. A juror thought that they might have had COVID. Blah, blah, blah. They excused the juror. They excused another, blah, 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 blah. So they excused another juror because the juror was obviously disturbed by either the fact, The excused juror reportedly commented negatively about Tasha K's conduct in one of her profanity-ridden blog videos that had been played in court on Wednesday. In the video, Hebe appeared to be drinking wine at home during the day while her daughter was in the next room trying to do her schoolwork remotely and was heard speaking harshly to the child. The juror was obviously disturbed by either the fact that the child was in the home when the defendant was engaging in the type of language that she was using, which is obviously pretty typical of her performances, or possibly that she dealt with her child in the manner that she did. She said the jurors were out of the courtroom. So in this moment, you got to think these jurors could be anybody. Imagine your grandma who doesn't know anything about YouTube having to watch hours and hours of Tasha K videos. And if you watch Tasha K videos, you know she curses, you know she yells, and they're probably like clutching their pearls. The problem was they talked about clutching their pearls, and then the juror got dismissed. The judge said he's not surprised the juror felt that way. Like probably everybody who heard the video, he said that he's not concerned about how jurors feel about the case, but that the juror did not follow his instructions to discuss the case before the end of the trial. About another juror who had COVID or thought they had COVID. The 9 remaining jurors also heard from Cardi B about her humble beginnings and path to stardom. Born and raised in what she described as a rough New York neighborhood, including the Bronx, Cardi B said she fell into stripping while attending community college in Manhattan when she was 18. She was fired from a supermarket job near the college for being late to work, and she said a supervisor suggested she audition for a dancing role at the strip club. So they fire you and tell you to go to the strip club?
Oh, wow.
They fire you because you was late.
But then, Ms. Bernice,
give you a referral to go to the strip club.
But Ms. Bernice, if your boss fired you and told you to go shake that thing at the club, what would you do?
I would smack the hell out of him. I'm fired. I can hit you.
Okay.
At this time, Cardi was trying to get out of her abusive boyfriend's home at this point.
Oh, okay. I know she said she was in an abusive relationship. Was it around the time she was 18?
Yeah. It was around the time she was talking to Bernie Sanders about it. And she was saying around this time, this is what happened. She said she was so mad at herself that she quit school because she was going to school for political science.
What I do like about Cardi is maybe she doesn't have like the right verbiage or vernacular or whatever you want to call it, but when it came time around the time of the elections, she speaks out.
Mm-hmm.
She talks about what she believes in.
Yeah, she's highly intelligent.
So I can really appreciate that because people say, "Oh, former stripper, a rapper, what does she know?" But she has a fan base that she can reach out and touch. And not everybody is going to be a professor at Johns Hopkins. You know what I mean? Like, there's more people like Cardi than there is like, what's that one? Wendy. I got 4 degrees.
Mm-hmm. My mother loves Cardi B.
She could actually touch people who look up to her. So I can appreciate a lot of things about Cardi. Cardi took the stand before lunch on Thursday following a delayed start to the proceedings due to the COVID concerns. Where are we at? Blah, blah, blah. She took the stand. Blah, blah, blah. Explain the 9 remaining. She was fired from the supermarket. Oh, I went back. Sorry. The rapper denied the allegedly defamatory statements made about her by Tasha K in various video posts telling the jurors that she had never been a prostitute, had herpes or human papillomavirus, taken booger sugar, or cheated on her husband. It was September 2018 that Cardi became aware of Tasha K when the blogger published an interview with a stripper who claimed to know the rapper and said Cardi B cheated, took drugs, and prostituted for a living. Now, I remember that because she also said that her coochie stank. I watched that interview and I was like, the woman did not really seem credible. So even before I knew anything about YouTube, I was still kind of questioning, like, who is this woman and where's the actual proof that you were her roommate? And how do you know that her coochie stink? You talk about things that you know. And unless you've been in her coochie, how could you know it stank? These are the questions the judge should have asked.
That's a good one. Makes sense. Okay.
Now, how you do that in legalese?
Yes.
Ma'am, so how would you describe the odor of your vagina? Oh, good. Jolene said it. Women need to stop coochie shaming each other
Yes,
and
they
take care of
do.
their own.
True.
Cardi B said she immediately contacted Tasha K to explain the allegations were false and that while she worked in the same strip club as the woman, they didn't know one another. She said she declined Tasha K's invitation to be interviewed about it, and that's when the blogger really started harassing her. I don't think a megastar has to reach out to a blog. The fact that she reached out meant that this was actually something she was concerned about, right? Like she doesn't have to reach out to Tasha K and say these are false. But the fact that
But
she refuted it, a journalist would then say, Cardi B reached out. I don't know that these things that this woman said are true. This is Cardi's.
makes sense. You said one word that made a whole lot of sense, but it don't apply to Tasha K. You said journalist.
Yep.
Tell it.
You know, they have a code of ethics that they go by. Tasha K does not have a code of ethics that she goes by.
Sure don't.
Okay, this is a good question. Yes, I do remember I don't know if it was on Instagram, something came out where she did say that, but I don't think that necessarily means that she took the drugs.
No, they give it to
That
the
doesn't
men.
necessarily mean that she's a prostitute. What were you saying, Amuse?
They give it to the men in the strip clubs.
Right. That's when she did the movie The Hustlers.
Mm-hmm. Blah 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 blah. The false. This is Cardi's words. She was kind of like baiting me to keep responding because the more comments I made, the more engagement she was getting on her YouTube page. I wanted her to stop and at least take some considerations to the truth. I felt like she didn't care for the truth. She only cared about views or the clickbait on her page. Kibi's statements were humiliating and had a lasting effect. To this day, I still get called herpes B. People think that I have herpes. I have to keep defending myself when that's not true. I don't think that I have thin skin for criticism, but I have thin skin for outrageous lies. Again, 1 in 3 people have herpes, whether it's the sexually transmitted disease or the simplex. That's just out there. So you shouldn't shame somebody for having that because if you're in a room with 3 people, at least one of y'all got it.
1 in 2, did you say?
Well, they say like 1 in 3 people have at very least herpes simplex. So
if you had chickenpox, you had it.
Well, I haven't had chickenpox, thank God.
Herpes is old lucky; it never goes away.
To this day, I still get called herpes bees. The rapper said that sitting through the trial and reliving Tasha K's statements was harder than she thought it would be, and that it was causing her to experience post-traumatic stress and panic attacks. Questioned by Tasha K's lawyer, Cardi admitted that she said on a video that she was going to sue the blogger and take all your fucking bread, which I showed you guys at the beginning of this tape. I let you know where it began, and it was 3 years ago. I was speaking figuratively, she said from the stand. I was really upset. Who wouldn't be? Who wouldn't say figuratively? I want to kill this person. Oh, sorry. Cardi B admitted that she said on the video that she was going to sue Tasha K and take all your fucking bread. She also wrote in a message to a friend that she wanted to kill the YouTuber. Her response, I was speaking figuratively. She said from the stand, I was really upset. Who wouldn't be? Who wouldn't say figuratively? I want to kill this person. The trial will resume Tuesday morning. So I'm definitely going to keep you guys posted on this. I told you it was messy. What are y'all thinking?
Coochie.
This is going to be
drinking game word.
That's funny. Tasha did this to herself. When she lose, and she's gonna lose big, it's gonna have ramifications for everybody that's on YouTube.
But will it? That's where my brain is. Like, how?
I don't think it will.
Get to this point, I'm not. I don't know if I'm even hopeful. I want it to change things, but like, I wonder what the steps were? Like, you know how when YouTubers have problems, they go to YouTube first. Do you think Cardi ever went to YouTube first and asked them to do something about it, and then they said, "Do your lawyer"?
YouTube be lazy like that because even with like Busy Blue, they're being harassed by somebody on YouTube, and they going through the report, and YouTube still hasn't taken this person's page down. So YouTube can be a butt at times.
Cardi
Not only
thinks
that, she
like
did
I
try
do.
and sell her with the cease and desist, so that didn't work. So
Cardi
But
thinks like I do. Don't go to the middleman. Go above the head. See, above
exactly.
YouTube is the law of the land.
Got
Mhm.
it.
And that's where it's going to hurt Tasha in her pockets. So she'll never lie again. But she probably will.
Most
Unless she,
likely.
But this is why I'm almost like hoping she went through the other channels, because if you skip that middleman, YouTube's never going to change. They're like, we don't have to do anything. They'll take it to their lawyers. But if somehow it's outed that they ignored all of this, wouldn't that give
no,
them
because they've
reason to
made their
change?
money.
No.
It's not
YouTube
changed
doesn't
anything
really
for them.
care.
No.
They've
Because
already made their money.
the ones who are on YouTube would have to do like a class action suit against YouTube. You didn't protect me doing this. That's the only way you're gonna hurt YouTube.
Yep.
Wow.
I
That's
think the
so
only way it will
disheartening, isn't
change
it?
is like the law changing, not really for YouTube
Okay.
to make their changes. But do you guys think that Tasha K will change at all? I don't think this will make her change, to be fair.
I think she's
No,
gonna get
because
worse.
I think the change will be if they take her channel. She still has an app. She has a website and an app, and people pay $12.99 a month for it. But
I wouldn't
YouTube is still,
pay
I'm sure, her
12
bread and
cents.
butter.
Mm-mm.
She'll go to Patreon or some other place.
Patreon,
Yeah.
yeah.
She
Because
has a full
But I don't think
app.
it would make any difference
she got a
for her.
fan base. But what's sad about it is, even to this day, the Central Park 5, that lady who was attacked still believe those boys attacked her.
Ugh.
When there's no physical evidence to prove it. That's what's dangerous about Tasha K.
Yeah.
You can say you had the right to say whatever you want to say, but when you purposely tell lies and people believe those lies, you're hurting people maliciously.
Her daughter's gonna have to read this. Her son's gonna have to read this.
Exactly.
And she's gonna have to explain to her children everything before she's ready to explain to them. Because of course they're gonna be able to get on the Googler Smoogler before they even supposed to be on there, and they're gonna say, Mom, why such and such this woman say this about such and such?
And herpes sticks with you. Look at what Usher can't do nothing without being called.
Anything sticks. Once someone puts something out there about you, whether it's the truth or not, unfortunately, you'll always be known for that, whatever that is that they've put out there.
I started a rumor that Amuse be in the London streets, and now it's everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just crawling my way through the London streets.
Right. Well then we should put out a rumor that Portia is really smart.
Ooh.
Would that one stick?
I don't know
It's
that.
it's too late.
Yeah.
No. Did you?
I think it might make it worse on YouTube, to be honest. I think this might make things worse on YouTube.
I don't know that
people
would stick.
People will just say what they want to say because no one's going to have 3 years and all that financial backing to take someone anywhere.
Exactly.
Well, okay, so again, I don't want to. So there's other things that Tasha K has said. If this court case is won, especially as it pertains to she made a joke about AIDS. Where is it? I gotta go back to this one. Published throughout. Tasha K told the jurors she thinks it's funny to say that people have sexually transmitted infections, even AIDS, particularly if they were reckless in becoming infected. So I do know that she said something about a real
the Love and Hip Hop Miami guy.
A Love and Hip Hop guy. She said he had like dirty blood or something like that.
Oh,
If
Yeah, she
this
said he had
case-
AIDS, I think.
no, I didn't see the video. I just remember specifically the dirty blood. She said he had AIDS.
talking about Bobby
I'm
Light.
sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the guy.
I feel like if she loses this case, I'm pretty
Oh, it's gonna be a
sure
whole lot of people lined up
To sue her.
to sue her.
She might as well pack up her house now.
Right. Cardi win this case. Tasha is a wrap. Cause you done said too much and you don't care. That's the problem. You don't care. You think you can say
Do you think they've
anything
got
you
the
want.
money to do that?
Right. Oh, I get this money. I don't care. It's a lie, but I'm getting this money.
Mm-hmm. Floodgates.
So, if she has a history of these kind of reckless accusations, don't you guys find it kind of interesting that there's a million people interested in following what she has to say? What does that say about our
No.
society?
people love
People
Yeah.
like drama.
Yes.
Well, it's always the, to be honest, these people she only does what she does because she knows it gets traffic.
Right.
So if no one was watching it, she wouldn't say half the things that she does.
She wouldn't have
Exactly.
a channel if no.
Cause Van, we came from all about the tea. How many people made money off of that?
I didn't.
Okay.
All
How
right,
many people?
Bernice giving the truth.
How many people came up with scenarios on that show after it imploded? Come on now, people like dirt. Unfortunately, Tasha got her fan base, and she's gonna continue to make money.
Mm-hmm.
It just blows my mind that a million people, and those are only the ones that are subscribed, right? How many
Yeah.
other people are
Mhm.
watching? Like, that's just really where my brain is stuck. Like, are we really in that state of society that we want to hear slander, that we're excited to hear the lies and the drama? It's
Oh, yeah.
food for thought.
Yeah.
No.
That's where we
I think that's always been the case, hasn't it?
I'm one of those people.
See, and
I can't do Tasha K. I'm sorry. I'm
I
sorry.
watched her
Nope.
like once.
Yeah,
Nope.
no, I mean, I don't watch her either. That screaming is too much for me.
Yes,
so I
but,
that's
can't
what it
get
is for
past
me
that.
too.
I can't
I can't
do
even
that
get
either.
past.
But this does give me some pause now that I know that the stuff that she's putting out there isn't true, and she admitted to it. It's not like they said it's not true and she stuck to her guns and said it is true. The fact that she's admitting that it was made up and she never had any intentions of checking her sources, that's pretty scary. Oh, I will be posting all my material in the description box of my video.
I have a friend who's got a close friend of hers. She's always telling lies. Her stories are all exaggerated and they're all lies. And my friend says she doesn't mind it. She says it's so entertaining. I love it. And I look at her like she's crazy. So there are people out there, they don't even care if it's a lie. If it's entertaining,
Okay.
they're willing to entertain the person.
That's so sad.
Yeah, we have devolved so much as a society and a civilization where we have just courtesy and everything else is out of the window now. And it's like, I can't believe how harsh things have become.
I agree.
I mean, how would she feel, Tasha, if all that was said about her and her husband heard that and her children heard that? How would
I don't
she
think
feel?
she would care.
I don't think she cares.
I think
True.
she would it would drive
just
more
throwing
people
that
to her
out there.
channel. I honestly don't think she would care. She says herself she looks like Boosie. So then she posts pictures of little Boosie. Like, I don't think she cares.
She probably charged people, do you want to see my herpes? Pay some money.
Ooh.
You know what? Probably.
I don't need that in my mental thesaurus. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you can't, but you really can't just be making stuff up.
No, I'm sorry. Even when we growing up in public school, you write your first paper in English, and your teacher tells you your sources have to be credible.
Mm-hmm.
You just can't put down anything because it can look nice and look pretty, and your source is not right, you're gonna get a big fat F on that paper.
That's right.
Oh wow. Miss Lauren says they found more than 10 people who created multiple accounts and bots to harass Meghan Markle, and the combined worth of all the harassment was $3.5 million a year.
Wow.
Money. You see what money does?
So, guys, yeah. So, a little bit about the channel. So, I'm changing some of the way that I do things. I'm going to do more short videos. I've been getting a lot of feedback. My Instagram is Make It Make Sense Now. It's pretty damn funny, if I don't say so myself. Today we talked about Gabrielle Union eating booty.
Toss the salad. Toss the salad. Come on now. Toss the salad.
Not the bussy.
It always goes back to that.
No, I didn't say pussy. I didn't say it this time. So I'm gonna be changing some things. I'm gonna be doing shorter content. You guys are welcome to DM me if you see something that you think is extra messy or something that we need to address or talk about. Like I was telling Shan a little bit earlier, today was a rough ass day for me. I had made a point not to really go deep on my YouTube channel, but I'm gonna start opening up a little bit more because I am human, even though I'm not the most, like emotional person. So today I was in a meeting, like all day meetings, and my mom is calling me back to back, and I'm like, finally, because I'm on Zoom, I'm like responding to her in a meeting, what's up? And she told me that my Aunt Susie died.
Oh no.
And so I'm like,
sorry to hear that.
I have to keep the face on because your business life doesn't care about that, and my director is in this meeting. I'm having to respond. And so, I'm texting my mom to try to comfort her or whatever. And I don't know. After we got off, my aunt passing away was hard, but then my grandmother she has dementia. And so this is one of the few people that she still recognizes.
Oh,
so it took me somewhere, and I was talking to Shan, and Shan was like, you didn't even lead with this in the conversation. And I'm like, I have to keep my spirits up. So I came on here to be messy with y'all, and, get my mind off things because, life is hard and life is short. And I can't, like stand in that emotion. What I will say is my birthday is coming up, and so I was supposed to have a birthday party, but the funeral is going to be on the day that I had planned. So I'm thinking about either doing my birthday party. I'm gonna have some of my fave YouTubers on to celebrate with me. We're gonna clown, but I definitely want to experience. So it'll either be this weekend, which I don't think so. I'll probably do my birthday party next weekend. I don't know what surprises they're gonna have. I don't know if there'll be strippers. I don't know. Maybe after this video, Cardi will call me and she'll give me but I do want to start being more open with you guys. I appreciate you. My channel is growing super fast. I cannot respond to every comment. I get a lot of DMs, some dirty.
Share the dirty ones.
Yes, honey.
Share them.
I cannot open that at work. So I try to answer everybody. I'm an ear if you need me, but sometimes it's a little overwhelming. I am still looking for some mistresses. So if you are a mistress or you beat up the mistress and you want to tell your story on my show, I'm doing that. Conviction of a Mistress Part 2 in February.
Oh. Does it count if you talk to the mistress and you set your man up so you can come out and say surprise? Does that count?
You have a story for it?
Oh, I sure do.
He'll take any stories, Corey. If it's messy, he'll have it.
Amuse got her whole life at my other Conviction of a Mistress show. Am I lying?
Sure did.
Too much.
I was in the comments dying.
But Mims, we need the story about the Spanish teacher.
Yes.
Maybe you can do a short video and tell us how you managed to pass your Spanish class.
Yeah,
and what they involved.
¿Cómo está? Muy,
Was
Yeah,
it all body
puppy.
language?
Come
Come
on,
on,
puppy.
Poppy.
Come on, puppy.
Tell
Non-verbal.
it, Poppy. Tell it.
What is happening?
Okay, I took Spanish 1, 2, and 3. I know a little something. Okay.
Anyway,
Sounds like Bernice is the one that had the individual tutoring.
okay, what we're not gonna do is this. So I want to thank you guys for all coming out. I personally put Shan's link in the chat a while back. Subscribe to my girl. She's hilarious. Today she did a video with like a Grace Report and Jason about Vanderpump Rules. If you watch it, I have it on my community tab now. I shared it a little bit earlier. Go check her out. It was hilarious.
Okay.
Corey, Miss Bernice, amused as always. Y'all are a mess, just like me, and I appreciate it.
You know what? I
messier
appreciate you reading that Portia book. Cause Lord knows, baby, I couldn't have did it.
Me neither.
I'm gonna finish that. Like, guys, I'm really at this point doing it for my subscribers. I get a lot
don't
of DMs
use
about
their
it.
subscribers as an excuse. You were a fan of Portia, and you wanted to read it.
You guys, he's
think
had that
it's in
book
the
forever. He pre-ordered it.
No, whatever.
Yeah, we know. He's
No.
a
Because
hardcore fan.
Because while you was reading it and all those corrections you was making, I was making it with you. I like that. Don't make no damn sense. I'm glad he said that. Okay, right. Because the teacher and me kept editing everything that you was saying. Like, what?
She didn't have an editor though.
The noun comes before the verb. What is that? I don't. Okay. Ooh, turn your brain off, Turney. Turn your brain off.
You definitely have to be there for my mistress video, Miss Bernice.
Okay, I will. I will
right,
because these messages they don't. I'm sorry. I grew up in the 70s, and messages you could be creeping with the lady across the street and had 3 kids by her. Nobody knew.
Nope.
She stayed in her role. You know, she saw you whenever she saw you, and she kept it moving.
Until the funeral.
Exactly.
This your cousin Sharonda. That happened in my family. I was like, who's she? Why she at my house?
Right.
Oh, she her name is Aunt Caronda. Oh, hi.
You didn't find out nothing until after he died.
Sure enough.
On that note, you guys, I'm gonna keep you all updated on this Cardi B stuff because, like I said, I've already subscribed to this law blog. So
okay,
since they're gonna have my money, we're gonna find out. We're gonna get the facts of the case, and that's what we're gonna discuss. So
Mims.
I'm
gonna give you a Spanish lesson real quick. Her name is Belcalis Amanzar.
I've watched Harry Potter, but I don't know none of the spells, so it's not.
It might bring him back flashbacks from his Spanish class. So
go on with your baccarat glass, boy.
All right, guys, we gotta go. Thank you so much. Everybody say bye.
Bye. Love y'all.
Bye.
Love y'all. Bye.
Okay. Bye.